picking up that Valentina first.
You know what? Maybe this is a blessing in disguise, right? Because we didn't see much adaptation from Team REY. Now that they've got the exact same environment, let's see what that adjustment would look like in this one.
Now, we did say they should prioritize Sora a bit more, but it is a Valentina, so it's a little risky.
That's funny. That's very funny.
Hilda and Kimmy.
All right, so Kimmy makes a lot of sense in this because again, Kimmy, once she has her passive, she completely outranges the Valentina, right? The only problem is that her health pool is really tiny. So if for whatever reason, if Ruff happens to steal Hilda's ult, there's a chance that he might one-shot Kimmy. Like, unironically.
I mean, you don't even need to. Just pick up Sora now and have him chase her.
One or the other. One or the other. There's got to be like a high damage dealing ult, and that's all you need to just kill this Kimmy. I don't know whether Kimmy is like... honestly, for me, it shouldn't be within the first 3 at the very least, unless the ban's adjusted just a little bit here.
They probably picked it early because Kimmy was banned in the second phase by RRQ earlier, so they just want to lock it in this time. I was going to say RRQ can probably just pick the same heroes again, and that's exactly what they did. It's the Sora and the Suyo.
It's gonna happen all over again, sir. They can look to adjust the glue now that they've already at least picked up their first 3, right? TR. Already banned out Jushin, the same bans as last time. How would you improve upon the previous composition? Because the last time they got backed into a corner, glue only showed in that second phase. So now that they have locked in the Fredrin, all right, there, that's that classic combo that I was talking about. Now that they've got this down on lock, the side lanes can be a lot more flexible.
And they will get rid of the glue as well, just to make sure they won't run into issues there. So this is looking a little bit better, but it also means that Hilda wants to play aggro, but the other 2 heroes are a little bit on the slower side. At the very least, Ivan should be able to try and dive the backline now that there's no glue to deal with.
Question about dealing. Now that glue is gone, does RQ pivot? I feel like they don't need to necessarily...
Could still go like Hylos.
Oh, would Hylos be good enough in this particular scenario? Because no matter what, it's really like, how do you displace Fredrin and Hilda to kind of get out of the way so you have access to the backline? And you're already running Suyo. So Suyo is weird because like you can't really like one-shot a backliner unless you're ahead. So now it becomes a question of priority. With Sora in your hands already, the fact that you ban out Masha, which again, very good ban here for the side of RRQ. They know that Team REY can go double fighter gold lanes if they wanted to. Oh.
I think the carry ban is not bad. I was actually thinking that if they do decide to ban heroes like the Hylos, then the carry would still be a problem, especially now that they have a tank jungle.
But then would you rather deal with the Claude?
I actually think they would.
Is that more manageable? Because Claude can literally get behind the Fredrin to get on top of Kimmy. Carry can't, unless you're like in a bush.
But carry can melt your front line.
That's also true.
And I think that's what they're more worried about.
I feel like it's more manageable, right? Oh, well, then again, it is carry, right?
She's subjective thing.
Yeah, it's a little subjective. And
well, after what Ruff did in game 1,
I mean, I think that one is... Oh, boy. Let's see what matchup he'll have against Loliels, right? It might be better. It might be better for all intents and purposes. Zhuzong. Zhuzong banned out.
Respect to Siska. 2 of his high-performing heroes taken out of the pool right here to make sure that the Sora will have the best time possible. They know that with a Hilda and Fredrin already, Siska is going to be put on more of a playmaking style hero to make up for that damage.
But what will be good? You also have to keep in mind that your ults are going to be stolen away by Valentina. So whatever you're putting in your arsenal, they're going to get it too. I was thinking like maybe he wants to go back into something like Lapu Lapu, but then again it's Valentina, so it's kind of rough to deal with that. Benedetta, not a bad idea, but I think we need to see what the support is first for the side of RRQ.
Yeah, I think so as well. Looks like for now, Team REY is going to be locking in that Yisun Shin again. I don't know. I'm still not a big fan of this.
Wait. Is this... Oh, no. It'd be more so for RRQ if they wanted to go with like the Fredrin EXP.
Yeah, no. Yisun Shin Gold, I mean, it's still okay, but we can see that Loliel has a tendency to play more passive. He needs to hit that second item power spike before he can really start contributing. And that gives RRQ TORA time to work with. They don't have carry anymore, but there's still other good gold laners. The Claude is still there. If you want early game, things like Brody or Clint. The high-lows does get locked in, along with the Granger.
Granger, all right. Let's see, full composition. There we go! You called it! You called it. Benedetta gets locked in. There are clear targets for it, and at the very least, with Super Yoshi on the Hylos, it's a very telegraphed stun for Siska. Oh boy, this is a little spicy here. This one's a little interesting. I'm very surprised that Siska was like, Coach, it's time for the Benedetta. It truly is time.
Yeah, I think so as well. This will definitely outtrade a Sora at levels 1 and 2. Can rotate the map very quickly to try and match up the RQ's more aggressive side lane playstyle and makes up for the fact that they have a tank jungler. So this is a more balanced composition for sure, and now we will get to see how Team REY actually perform.
Yeah, this one's going to be so much better, because even if the mid-trio starts to struggle, they can call upon Siska for an early rotation to kind of bail them out of some tough spots. We'll see whether that's going to be the case, because TORA, right out of the gates, we're looking strong with a 20-7 game score for game number 1. We might see a repeat here in game number 2.
Will this be the ray of light that Team REY is going to be looking for, or will the Kingdom continue to roar and break through their defenses? RRQ TORA on the blue side versus Team REY on the red. Kingdom currently 1 game away from securing their first series of the season.
Yep, and now the hardest part of the mid lane. Look at this. This is just brutal early game domination for the side of Team REY. Zoning people off, walking into enemy territory. No passports, nothing to worry about. No visas, didn't need it anyways.
This is exactly what Team REY needs from Siska. He's a playmaker, one of the more promising rookies we've seen in the past couple of seasons. This is where he shines.
Yep, look at him beam. Look at him beam. This is why they banned out Kimmy in the previous matchup. The early game dominance is really, really nice when you have somebody who's able to actively peel for you. But not to mention, we look at Siska's side. It is a start on purple into orange for the side of Gary, and he wants to end up by EXP, which is interesting. I would have expected him in level 1, right on to the orange buff, look to deny.
Yeah, I would think so as well. But I suppose EXP lane priority makes sense here. Both sides wants to make sure that the EXP laner will hit level 4 by that first turtle. And it's going to be a high pressure lane for Dyron because this Benedetta is hard to handle.
Benedetta is a little hard to handle. Oh, Jesgar got it. Very nice, very nice. Denies the level 4 off of Dyron. He did miss out a couple of minions here, so it'd be nice if he's able to catch that last wave. Same goes for Siska as well. They haven't... Oh, are they going to do a bit of a swapsies?
We can see a lot of trading happening up top, but it's a collapse in the mid lane by Team REY. Good disengage from RRQ, preventing any sort of pincer play from happening. First turtle being aggroed, but Dyron is here to scout it out.
Level 4s haven't been hit by the supports just yet. Yeah, this is going to be the stalemate, but if you look at top side, Lolios! Oh, did he get it? He flickered down! Is he alive?
I think he's okay, but he's still trying to fight actually, and he dies! First blood to Ruff! Not a good start. Now Team REY gonna try and contest the turtle, but Martisi goes down to Dyron. Literally the thing I said in the draft. And Ivan dropping low as well. Turtle dropping low. Revitalize goes up. Gary steals it away, and Kim steals the life of Jesgar. Picks up a double kill. Chasing down Ivan behind his own tower. Siska not even gonna be allowed to back off for free.
Yep. Bad timing there. Bad timing for Team REY. Really great initiation from RRQ TORA. That's exactly what you want to see. Oh no! Lolias ends up dying again as he returns to the lane.
Oh, this has spiraled instantly. It looked pretty okay before this. But Loliel Ego challenged a bit too hard and then walked back to lane and got cut off. This is the point where most people would surrender.
Yeah, I think that Ruff should just sweave in the auto attacks at this point. Just to get the free plating. Could have gotten a little bit more there, but it's fine because look, as we see that now even Martisi has to help on Jesgar just to keep up the pace with Gary when it comes down to these turtle fights, because that is the most ideal space for Team REY to actually fight for.
Kim gonna steal away that Electo final blow. We can already see the issues of letting this Sora go again too. Though Kim will get caught in Fraction Pulse. Has to use the Electro Fig out, but gets caught with the Petrify. Nice dive from Team REY. They at least find something in exchange.
Beautiful chain CC for the side of Team REY. That's what we need to see. All right. So they've got the mechanics down, but Dyron has been able to like farm pretty heavily while Siska has been away. Losing about half a wave, unfortunate for Siska, but he still needs to recall, which is the scary part.
At least he was able to catch the EXP cannon, so he'll still keep up in that regard. Martizi also grabbing a good amount of gold from the mid lane. Gary now caught between a rock and a hard place. Here comes Torrent form, but it's not enough to save the Suyo. In fact, Dyron himself is in trouble. Gets picked off by Siska before he can pop the shifting skies. And now Super Yoshi trying to sustain, but not long enough. It's a double kill for the Benedetta.
Nothing they could do there. And now Siska is back in the game, evened out against Dyron, despite being at a deficit level-wise and gold-wise, turning that around. Are they gonna... No, they won't be able to make it there in time. Unless Kim does something crazy.
It was close, but Jesgar will be able to secure the turtle, and that gives Team REY some much-needed breathing room. The net worth difference is now closed.
Martizi really starting to pick up some speed here as he's taking more and more control over this lane with or without his support, which is the most impressive part, right? Because it's tough for Kim. He wants to walk out of this lane, but it's he's not making it easy.
Definitely not. See both roamers in the gold lane as well. Ruff definitely having a much better start. 2-0. Oh, Kim being dived in the mid lane once again. Just barely flickers out, but Jesgar gonna use this chance to invade the purple. Gary doesn't have a lot of backup, and he is not able to secure it. It's stolen away by the Fredrin.
Oh, is there a potential punish here? I'm not seeing it because right now it's coming down to Siska and Dyron, and Siska wins out that trade and even has the XP lead against him.
And this is what we were hoping to see from Team REY in the first place. Siska on these aggressive style EXP laners. You can see just how much of an impact he's having on the map compared to before. Though Ivan may have been up. Oh, wait, what is that? How does he get away with that?
Okay. All right, let's just pretend that didn't happen, right? let's just censor that out of our mind. Everybody's doing it these days. Might as well us, right? Whoa.
I guess the best way to outplay your opponents is to outplay yourself.
What were you doing there? How could you do that, Ivan? I don't even know what I was doing, man. I thought it was dead. I mean, the flicker, real unfortunate. Bit of a miscommunication there with everybody walking away, or it could have been a lag spike, but if it was a lag spike, he should have called for a technical pause. Even so, Jesgar is starting to get to a point where he's becoming unkillable, right? He's already got a couple of items, already down with the Antique Cuirass, so he's taking a lot less damage from Suyo and Dyron specifically, and even Ruff, but now he has to start thinking about Kim.
Yeah. See now the double-edgedness of heroes like Suyo as well. If you're not ahead, it's a lot more difficult for Gary to actually do the things that he was before. And Jesgar has a lot more space to play with all that extra HP on the Fredrin compared to the previous hero he was playing. Next turtle gonna be focused on. Super Yoshi comes in from the flank with the rest of RRQ TORA. Ivan's in the backline. Gary steals it away! Beautiful retry timing, but Team REY is gonna instantly collapse upon him. Gary goes down. Ivan gonna be traded. So Super Yoshi somehow alive? And here comes the shifting skies. Forces the flicker from Lolil, but is not able to finish anyone off. Team REY is so low. Dyron goes down. Ruff flickers forward. He's looking for Jesgar. Can he find at least one? Yes, that's a mega kill for the Granger.
Oh my goodness, is Granger gonna have enough? Wait, I'm waiting for the energy. He should have one. All shot. Oh! He gets it! Sniped under the tower!
Ruff with the fadeaway kill right there. Gonna be able to clean things up. It was kind of messy, but RRQ TORA will win just off of that. Now with 5-0 on this Granger. Those Sky Piercer stacks gonna go a long way.
Oh my goodness, what a fight that breaks out here. Siska looking to split the lines in half, doesn't find the right angle, but luckily it creates enough space that the rest of Team REY try to isolate their own fights, but once RRQ regroup on that bottom side, you can tell Team REY, the economic damage that they've been receiving all this time is now starting to add up, and more importantly so, they're sticking a little too close together and Kim is getting mega value.
And this is a strange habit of Team REY as an organization throughout different rosters. They do like to group up, and that can cost them sometimes. Ruff now going to officially be an issue. I'm not too sure how many Sky Piercer stacks he has. Okay, thank you very much, production. 30. So he's on his way.
Yep, he's currently 408 and 8 minutes into the game. Not a bad score so far for stacks as well, which means he probably should only have like 5 shots back-to-back without the Rondo. Now Jesgar still trying to set the boundaries here, trying to make sure that RRQ TORA respects the space. And now that Siska gets the move out for free, they could wait for the next wave, go for the proxy, and then immediately head to the Lord.
There's definitely macro pay potential with the Benedetta on the side of Team REY here. RRQ TORA's split push potential is a lot lower overall, and then creates more opportunities to contest neutral objectives with this Red Rin.
Speaking of, oh, yeah, nobody else can really open up the map. Guard just has to walk in, you know, real free. Where is, okay, there he is, behind the Lord pit itself. So they do have full vision over it.
Siren has to dash away from the traction pulse. Team REY still taking this slow. Siska's behind. Glorious Pathway cuts the fight in half. They're going for Jescar. Gary's still on the Lord. Ivan looking for Ruff. He's chasing him away entirely. But Jescar goes down, so Gary gets a free Lord. And now the fight is completely split up. It is chaos in the land of Dawn. Siska abandoned. Double kill for the Sora. And Kim will find a turd in the form of Lalil.
Dude, they have got to stop doing this. They've got to stop leaving Just Guard to dry. There's like no reason for it as well. Because Martisi is their main damage dealer besides Lolios. And right now, Lolios is way too far behind to be relevant. Martisi's base damage alone puts him in contention with everybody on his team, including Siska in terms of damage output. So make it make sense. Please, just... Gar is supposed to be... Everybody just be around that guy, man. He is your cornerstone.
They really need to know how to group together a little bit more efficiently. Siska goes in with electro final blow, takes a lot of damage in return. Oh no! 5 men on the shifting skies from Tyron. They find 2 as a result, and the Lord is still pushing down bottom. RRQ TORA are the predator in this game, and they're looking for their prey.
Tyron did not come to Malaysia just to retire. He's here to dominate, as he's finding incredible sets so far. How far it's gonna go, let's see. As Team REY now on the base defense.
Mid inhibitor is already gone. Lord will collide bottom, but will get eventually cleared up. They lose the top tower as well. I think Team REY is gonna lose all of their inhibitors here, and RRQ TORA will be happy with that.
Very nicely done. At least for Team REY, there's not much saving grace at this point. It's a pretty difficult position now that you're at the 8.7k mark lead. Every team fight has just not gone in their favor. That really is what it is, right? Team REY, they had a couple of good engagements, don't get me wrong, but RRQ TORA always seemed to be able to etch them out in the most ridiculous ways possible.
RRQ TORA has an eye for opportunity. You can see that these players are more aggressively oriented. That's why they know when the chance is there. But you can also see the chemistry as well, where they're able to control those urges. They know the timing that is necessary and don't overextend themselves. Oh, another glorious pathway. They're still zoning out Team REY. They're probably not going to get anyone here, but the psychological damage is done.
Oh yeah, they managed to get the Traceless out. Oh, sorry, they managed to get the Turtle Boat out. They also got the Traction Pulse out for free. Didn't have to do anything. Just press one button. Now, everybody else just gonna have a time of their lives, right? Well, hold on. What does Kim have? Kim currently is running the Electro Final Blow as his ult. They are setting up. I don't think he's gonna use it in this upcoming fight. He probably wants it for the upcoming Lord fight.
You know, I feel like Kim should consider stealing Traction Pulse. I feel like that would work pretty well.
Really? Because I feel like if he's taking Traction Pulse at that stage, you might as well just go straight. Oh wait, do you get the enhanced auto attacks on top of that? No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. But the Gather is gonna work quite well with Dyron.
Yeah. I don't think it's the worst, but if you want like hard CC, I would say either take Lolios or just Gars. One or the other.
Fair enough. For now, RRQ TORA is on the Lord. Traction Pulse comes out, only catches Super Yoshi, and at this stage, he's more than tanky enough. Dyron will be chunked down pretty low, so Team REY have that at least, but Jescar once again being left out to dry a little bit. Martisi's here to help support the poking, but Gary and Ruff are just slowly whittling the Lord down, and Team REY is just too late. They're trying to engage now. Ivan jumps in, but that's the high-lows. You're not gonna do much to him.
We need to go back to the drawing board. Oh, wait.
Oh, Kim, that... Oh... Okay.
So remember when I was telling you of him potentially one-shotting his target? So, Hilda said no. Just, nah, I don't know what you're doing, but this is not going to work the way you think it's going to work.
I don't know what the plan was there, because yeah, Electo in the funnel is great, but you don't really have the Petrify. So now the Lord is pushing in. It's a 4v5 completely unnecessarily. Glorious Pathway comes out, slows Jescar. Ivan going from the flank. They will clear up the Lord quite quickly since the damage is sufficient and the minion waves are not the most synced. So I think Team REY will survive this one.
Okay, they get on out of there. A simple mistake made by Kim ended up costing them a potential push here. This means that the game is going to drag on just a little bit longer, which is great for Team REY. They've been begging for this. They're like, oh my goodness, the Lord was going to push into our side. And now, with that one pick, we come back into this game. It will even out. They will hit 42k. They will hit the max amount of items. It's only that RRQ TORA will be able to swap out their items if necessary.
Yeah, it's time for the base defense bonanza from Team REY here. If they can delay long enough, they do have good late game scaling with the 2 marksmen, but they do need to shut down Ruff. If they can get that gold bounty from the Granger into one of the cores, then Team REY has something to work with.
Or at the bare minimum, try and half his stacks, right? Major problem. So much HP on your side. You don't want to accidentally just blow up for no reason. Even so, just a very dangerous game for Team REY. Every moment they walk out of their base is an opportunity for RRQ TORA to take advantage of them. And they don't want to be caught out in these streets like that. Not at this time.
I think I heard the Mountain Shocker being popped, so they know where RQ is, including these two down here. Dyren gonna take a good chunk. We can see Martese is starting to hit pretty hard.
He is. And I'm looking at Lolios, I'm like, when is he gonna hit hard? It looks like he's already got 3 items, Hunter Strike, Endless Battle, Malefic Roar. It looks like he's going for a BOD.
Small meetup here in the jungle. I don't think Team REY wants to engage on that. Traction Pulse will catch. That's an awkward kind of interaction, but Super Yoshi's gonna be fine.
Hey, it works out at the end of the day, you know? Could have been worse, but now Cisco getting back into the fight here. There's just too many things to manage. It's a very uncomfortable position for Team REY, but this will show whether or not Sasa has been drilling them how to sync up these waves together and to utilize these positions to get a free Lord.
Cisco could definitely be having a bit more impact in terms of split pushing, since they know most of RRQ TORA is up here, but they're also a bit afraid of allowing him to walk up too far, because without the Benedetta out there, not really capable of fighting either.
Yep, they need every little piece of damage, support, and bodies to make this work. Gary, so far, very happy with the way that he's been farming overall, but now it's about position.
Lord gonna be reset here. Oh, they catch 2 in the backline. Loliel has to use Mountain Shocker just to get away. A nice stun from Jescar. Ivan once again looking for Ruff. Wind of Nature keeps him alive and he executes Cisco point blank. Legendary! Double kill for the Granger. Kim jumps in. He will sacrifice his life. Maybe a bit unnecessary, but it's fine because it sets up time for Ruff to be doing his damage. He's chasing down Loliel now. Yisun Shin, it does do DPS, so you have to be somewhat careful there. A little bit messy, but Ruff finally picks up the kill on the Fredrin. Loliel tries to go back to the base to defend against minion wave. It's gonna be the 2 marksmen against 4 members of RRQ TORA. Loliel blows up in an instant. It's a double kill, and the crystal is completely exposed. The kingdom secures their first foothold into the battlefield of MPL Malaysia.
What more to give confidence that the Kingdom knows exactly what they're doing with a 2-0 victory here on day 1, week 1 of the inaugural season 17 of the MPL MY. No better way to close out the day.
We can definitely see that Coach Sasa has drilled some things into the minds of these players. They still have that aggressive energy, but they seem to know how to fit it together. The puzzle pieces work well, and this team is looking pretty promising.
Yeah, this team is looking pretty sick at team fighting specifically, right? And certain conditions need to be met. We're only speculating whether those laning parameters are going to be the same across their games throughout